I went to dinner with Kazuo Ishiguro and Stephen Woolley, who are film nerds. They just sit and exchange names with one another, significant figures who made films mostly in black and white between the years of 1930 and 1957, and they challenge one another to name the name of the designer, the director, and who played the policeman at the end. And at the end of dinner, Ishiguro and his wife were talking amongst themselves, and then they came out of a huddle and said, "We know what your next film should be." And I said, "Well, when you feel comfortable, let me know." And then later, Stephen rang me and said the idea was to reimagine Ikuru, the Kurosawa movie, and transpose it from 1953 Tokyo to 1950 London. And I saw no problem with that. I'd read the script and I admired the script very much. I thought it honoured the period very beautifully, apart from being powerfully put together in terms of the structure and the story. And it's a great part, and I was very happy, and I must have been very, very good in a previous life. Mr. Williams is a single parent who's been a single parent for probably 25 years. He's a deeply conventional man who is institutionalized in grief in the way that people are, in the way that people, to protect themselves from great sorrow, become they operate along very narrow guidelines, and they confine themselves within convention in order to not feel too much. And who works in a government department. He runs a department, but he's a minor bureaucrat. He has never deviated from his schedule ever until he is given a diagnosis by the doctor, which shocks him out of his world, and the film shows what he does with the time remaining. The film is about how we deal with mortality and how to best experience, organize, relish, appreciate the time that we're given. I mean, people say, one should live one's life as if every day as if it were the last, which you can't do, no one can do, and we all squander, well, I speak for myself, we squander days, one after the other throughout our lives. And what work is supposed to do, work is supposed to marshal that time to some degree and give it value or weight and meaning, but which, depending on what your work is, or whether you're just collecting money, or whether you're doing something that you find fulfilling in itself. And it demonstrates, the film is an opportunity to see what a regular kind of person who has a very constrained kind of existence, what they do when they are brought face to face with their extinction. I don't know how much I'm supposed to say, but without spoiling it, broadly speaking, what he discovers is that what really gives one's life meaning and gives time value is to do something for someone else. That's basically the kind of theme, I think. It's been dreamy working with Oliver Hermanus. I'm very, very happy working with him. He's extremely smart and clever. He helps me every day. He has great ideas. He's super prepared and endlessly courteous, which is probably number one on my wish list, and has a great overview, which is not my forte really, which I'm very grateful for, because I tend to disappear into each day's business, and he schedules the information very cleverly, and he's a very smart, very cool newish director, and I think people are beginning to realize that. I would say this is a serious endeavor. This is a grown-up enterprise. That's not to frighten you off. It's passionate people trying to do something extraordinary. If I had to pitch this to you, you'd probably be asleep by the time I got through the first couple of sentences. But trust me, the people involved will elevate this and you will come at the dealers. You go in the cinema. It used to be when I was a kid. You pay some money, you sit there for a while, and when you come out, you feel a whole lot better. And that's what we're involved in here. The idea is it's mood altering. The idea is that it will inspire you. If I tell you the story, you'll want to kill yourself. But trust me, it's an inspirational piece.